Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday. It's 4 o'clock. You know what that means. Time for another weekly chat with Pat here. So we start off with, winter driving tips here. We still have a lot of winter. We've had several loss of control accidents here in the last couple of weeks, all of which could be avoided if the driver would reduce their speed significantly. And when we say that, you may have to reduce your speed by half or more. If that speed limit's 60, you might have to do 30. You might actually be doing 15. We have seen videos from our drivers' trucks who were going at slower speed, between 25 and 30 miles an hour, and they started to lose control of their truck. But because they were going slow enough, they were able to regain control of the truck and keep on going down the road without doing any damage. Loss of control accidents, are always preventable, and they can be very expensive. So, keep that in mind out there. Watch for those ever, changing road conditions, those telltale signs. If you're seeing water spray off of the tires on vehicles passing you and that suddenly goes away, that's a good indication that the roads are turning to ice. Watch for the ice forming on the backs of your mirrors or on your antennas, even on the bottom of your windshield. There's another indicator that the roads are going to start to, turn to ice, as well as all our trucks have that thermometer in them. It tells you what the outside temperature is too. So, watch out for that. And we want you to stay safe out there. We want you to get where you're going without having a negative impact on anybody around us. And, obviously we don't want you to be hurt as well. So follow some of those tips. And as always, you're the captain of that ship. If you say it's not going anywhere, you're parking due to weather, just relay that information to your fleet manager, and park your truck and stay safe. All right. Now, remember, I issued everybody a challenge to pay it forward. We've got some really good responses here. Jason Bishop said he, at Christmas time this year, he, was in eating, saw a waitress, looked like she needed it more than he did. He left her a $50 tip. Good job on that. I want to hear more of these stories so we can talk about them. Anthony Teague, it's the same thing. He's, if he sees somebody that looks like they're, a little down on their luck or whatever, he always is willing to, go the extra mile and give them something that he doesn't need, buy them, some groceries or whatever. There's a lot of drivers out there that maybe not be as fortunate as you, and that's great. When we can pay it forward like that, does a couple things. It makes it a bright spot for that person who maybe could be just having a really bad day, but it also shines a light on us as drivers as well. Like that we're not all out there just for ourselves. We're out here. We want to help those around us too. And it's if you're wearing a Dart shirt or Dart hat, it's a good positive image for our company as well. You're going to want to stay tuned next week. We're going to have a special guest on, Paul Pettit, our VP of Maintenance. We're going to be talking Peterbilts, when they're coming, how you're going to get one, and what we can expect. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. If you have particular questions that you want to know about the Peterbilts, comment below. We'll read your comments and your questions next week when we have Paul in here. He's going to answer those questions. It's going to be all about Peterbilts. So send us those questions. And remember also, send in your, what you're doing to pay it forward out there. We want to read more of these stories. Again, reminder, we're trying to be the best trucking company out there. That starts with our drivers. We need the best drivers on the road. And how do you do that? Represent us the best way that you possibly can. So, we're all driving them big moving billboards out there. We want to shine a positive light on the company around the general public. Also, want to remind you, we've released a podcast series now that we are going to be doing at least once a month. You're going to be able to hear updates. We're going to be interviewing people within the company, drivers of the month. I'm going to be doing one with Dave Abels. We're going to get to know Dave. We're going to sit down and ask him a lot of questions. Maybe we'll find out how he likes being in Minnesota, being from Arkansas, after we've had some really cold weather. We're going to get to know your fleet managers. We're going to get to know your operations managers as well. Probably get out and we'll talk to some of our mechanics. Maybe we'll get a mechanic on here to give you some tips on, how to keep your truck properly maintained, through the winter and stuff, to keep you moving on the road. If you know somebody that you would really like to learn more about through the company, let us know that. We'll reach out to that person. We'll set up and we'll do an interview. We'll get them on our podcast. You'll be able to find our podcast series. They're available on most streaming series. Just look for us there under the Dart Network. We're trying to do 2 a month. First one was just released. You'll get to learn a little bit more about me. As a reminder, Valentine's Day is this weekend. Don't forget to get your significant other something special. Kathy down in the store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 3:30. She's got some good deals in there. She's got some new sweatshirts. They've been a really hot item. Stop in, see Kathy. You can also hit the online store for clothing as well. Until next week, don't get so busy making a living that you forget to have a life. Be safe out there, everybody. We'll catch you next week.